The next item of business, we have a ceremony presentation this evening. I would ask our Poet Laureate, Ziysah von Bieberstein, to come forward, please, and we want to welcome her. She is our 2023-2024 Poet Laureate. During our term, Ziysah has presented 3 poems to City Council, created a video performance for the City Awards tomorrow evening, worked with many community and educational groups, and created a legacy project called Poets of the Nogoji Winong, which is an archive available on the EC3 website. We look forward to hearing their poem tonight and watching the video tomorrow. On behalf of Council, I want to thank Ziysah for her service as our Poet Laureate for the last year. Congratulations and thank you, and we wish you all the very best in the future. Ziysah, please.
Thank you so much, Mayor Leal. Thank you, councillors, for having me, whether you want to or not. It has been my honor to serve as Poet Laureate. This is an amazing community. It's very hard to choose what to talk about this month alone. We have Welcoming Week for newcomers. The Curve Lake Powwow happened last weekend. The Minoman Gathering is coming up. It's Peterborough Pride. It's just unbelievable what happens in this community, and it's really my privilege to have been able to serve as Peterborough's second Poet Laureate. It's been a rare and delicious opportunity to address you from the prism of poetry. Poetry can't save us, but it can accompany us in rough seas. Poetry is a lifeboat with room enough for all. My work as an artist is not to change your mind, but to expand it, to inspire us to look up for a moment, to view the horizon and beyond, to remember why we are here. Poetry can be magic, but only if you turn toward it. I invite you to do that with me for my last reading tonight. I was walking home from the bus station one night when up ahead I saw an old friend I'd heard had been living on the street. I confess, I considered crossing to the other side, casting my eyes down. But my grandmother taught me that life is 99% luck. All that separates me from my friend's vacant eyes and frenetic gait is one sheer layer of fate, a trick of birth, a twist of time. We hugged, said long time. They told me they had been painting, that being on the streets meant early mornings, which meant that for the past year they had seen the sun rise every single day. Over 84,000 people live in the city of Peterborough, but that night I learned we do not all live in the same town. Some of us live in a city of patios and fine wine. Others navigate by a map of back alleys, bus shelters, cafes that let you use the washroom. For some, this place is a new home, a new language, a sacrifice for safety. For others, Nogoji is where the old growth once reigned, where the river ran thick with salmon, where it is now difficult to access the shoreline and buried relatives lay unmarked. For some, a colorful sky caps off a day of water skiing and barbecue. For others, it signifies yet another early morning tent eviction. Our leadership must come to know each of the cities that make up Peterborough. The city of sanctuary, the city of art, the city of lean-tos and church meals, the city of colonial ghosts. Despite this time of calamity, if the history of humanity were written as a novel, this right here is the chapter I'd most want to read. For the first time, we are all connected, across cultures, across continents. The people of this town were born in over 100 different countries, speak over 75 different tongues. Separation is an illusion. This poem is sharpened to shatter. In these times, we wring our hands. It seems nothing we can do will stop the bombs from falling. We can't seem to stop addiction or homelessness or gentrification, but here is something simple. It costs nothing but the risk of being changed by the truth. We can listen. Listening does not mean staying quiet while someone else speaks. It is not about folding interesting people into a plan already in place. Listening is a much deeper act, one that requires a soft posture and a profound strength. The seashell of an open ear is at least as worthy as the curve of a flapping tongue. Imagine we missed this moment, spent it guarding old rituals, building new barriers, protecting old ways at the expense of the new. Imagine I had crossed the street that night, cast my eyes down. Imagine I had never heard about the year of the rising suns. Listening is an act of opening, of receiving, and it is an act of great risk, a risk that is our only hope of a livable future. May this poem turn you toward your neighbor. May this poem turn you toward the truth of your heart. May we expand ourselves to make room for each other. May we listen. May we soften. May we be bold enough to be changed by what we hear. Thank you.
Thank you very much for your profound message this evening. And we do have a bit of a presentation for you, and I would ask colleagues to join me in the horseshoe.